Hey friends, Lissa here for another video. It's getting close to Halloween and I got this cute little pumpkin from the organic store next to the coffee shop that I'm writing my book at, and he's going to make an awesome raw pumpkin soup for my Halloween. I wanted to show you guys before we get onto my little video here that's going to be about mind hacks and the little tricks and things that I thought of during the course of my journey that actually helped my mind to reprogram and to view cooked food and animal products completely differently. And you can use these. These are just tricks that I used. You can make up your own, you can change them, whatever. I just wanted to share some of my little tricks and see if they can help anybody out there. So let's see. First, it started with cupcakes. I was photographing some cupcakes for a company that I do photos for their website. And I was photographing these cupcakes and I was treating them like objects. They were actually product, but like an object product. And I realized that they actually are just like an object, a decoration. I turned to think that they were pretty decorations that smelled like air fresheners. And actually, I was shooting a wedding about a couple of weeks ago, and one of the bridesmaids brought in a bunch of cake pops, and she was giving them out to everybody. And obviously they asked me, and I said no, and they asked why, and I said, to me those actually look like decorations that smell like air fresheners. All the while the one bridesmaid was eating hers, and she's like, you know, actually it does taste like an air freshener, because we just eat this kind of stuff because it's there or because it's a special occasion or things like that. It's not actually food. It's, to me anyways, it's not food. It's not consumable, and it's just an object that smells good. Just like bread to me. After the cupcake thing, after I decided that cupcakes were just pretty decorations that smelled good, I moved over towards the breads, muffins, bagels, and those kinds of foods, to think of them as like the foam in a couch cushion and just spongy matter that wasn't actually edible to me. And after that point, it moved into like the cookies, the pastries, and all of those kinds of foods. You can actually throw in there like animal products too. To me, I changed the way I thought about them because I was watching a video that Tanny Raw did about how she talked about how they're toys. And it got me thinking, like, you know, like a dollhouse or a kid's play kitchen that you get them for Christmas. And they have, like, you know, little frying pans with the little plastic eggs and bacon and toast with butter or whatever. They're plastic toys and you don't eat them. So I applied that thought pattern towards the other foods that I was sort of craving. I was only craving them because of the mental connection to the foods, the easiness, because I ate them my entire life. Of course, I'm going to desire them if you give them up. But actually, the longer you think about food as objects and not edible, the easier it gets. It really does. For example, you could think of like fizzy drinks, like the way I thought about energy drinks and pop and stuff like that, as like a fizzy body spray. Like you wouldn't, or hairspray, you wouldn't eat that stuff or drink it anyways. So why would you drink energy drinks? And it really gets to me when you have these companies, these candy companies that are making these little strawberry shaped candies that are colored like a strawberry and look like a strawberry and smell like a strawberry and taste like a strawberry, when we should just be eating strawberries. And it's funny to me that it's an object, it's not food, it's not edible. And once you can think that way about the things that you shouldn't eat, you can move forward in your craving journey, I guess I could say. And that brings me to another point, another thing that I used as help with smells, because we link smells with food. We just do. We smell cooking food and it's great and we want to eat it. It stimulates your hunger and memories of the food, and you just want it. For example, walking through the food court, you can smell everything and then you imagine eating it and you want it. But if you think about it like a scratch and sniff sticker, I know it sounds funny, but you can get scratch and sniff stickers that smell like bacon, pie, cookies, cupcakes, anything really, like even hamburgers, like they can make stuff smell like anything, but we don't eat the sticker. So even though we smell the food, we don't actually eat the sticker, but we like the smell of the food. There's just no food to eat. So that is how I connected smells with food. So I was disconnected from it actually being something to eat. And now I can walk through the food court and yeah, it smells good in some areas. The smell of meat actually turns my stomach now. But in certain places, it does smell good. Like you get the curry and things like that. But I have disconnected myself with that being food. Cheese. Cheese to me looks like plastic. It melts like plastic, it looks like plastic, and that is how I link cheese. I saw a picture in my news feed the other day when the World Health Organization came out with their report about meat causing cancer. I saw a picture of hamburgers with cheese on it, and I immediately thought it looked like melted orange plastic on the food, and I was like, why would someone eat that? But my mind is defaulting to these, like, why are you eating this? More than it's thinking, oh my God, I could have that. So with time, you do start to revert to those new thoughts and you're like, why is that actually food? So it's kind of cool. Things like bowls of chips and candy and that kind of stuff, I look at it like Legos or dominoes or puzzle pieces is a good one for chips. I used to have this puzzle bag, and on the back of the bag had like the ingredients, which was like fun, family time, whatever. It was really cute how they were marketing that bag, but the bag unzipped kind of like a chip bag, and you could go inside and grab all the puzzle pieces. And I always thought of that when I started going raw, that a bag of chips was like a puzzle. There was just nothing to eat inside, just cardboard or whatever. So there, again, that's another little mind trick that you can do. Two more I want to talk about. One is the when you go shopping and you see like cans on the shelf and like containers of like dressings, anything in the packaged foods, that kind of stuff. I look at that as actually, like, you can't open the box. Like, it's not, like, if you bought it, it would just be the box. Like, you wouldn't actually be able to get into it, and there wasn't food inside. So, cans of things you can't open, so just don't buy it. Like, if you didn't have any tools, you wouldn't open it, you wouldn't eat what was inside. So, those kinds of things. And you can also think about how, remember when Twinkies were going to go away and everyone was freaking out that they would never get Twinkies again? What if Twinkies went away? No one would be able to eat Twinkies, and that would just be reality. So we would get used to the fact that there wasn't this item to eat anymore. So you have to think about, like, pizza doesn't exist anymore, and chicken wings don't exist anymore. If you're raw, like baked potatoes and oil and all that kind of stuff, that doesn't exist anymore. You have to pretend that it's just not even on the plate and it doesn't exist. Maybe companies stop making pizza and you just don't eat it. Maybe you see it in news feeds and it looks like, you know, oh, remember when we used to eat pizza? That was good times, or whatever. Like, you can really play with your mind and you can think of these things yourself and apply them to any foods that you are trying to get rid of. My final note, I want to talk about cooking for others, because I still cook for my husband. And most of the time it's like veggie burgers. He does eat potatoes, quinoa sometimes. But I do cook for him. And this is a big one because a lot of people still have families to cook for. Two things about this. You don't want to have their meal as the exception. Like, you don't want to go raw and be like, my family's not being raw with me. They're the inconvenience. They're not the inconvenience. It's not an inconvenience at all. You would be making that meal anyway if you weren't raw, right? You would be making their food, you would be making your food all at the same time anyways. So your meal is the exception. Don't think of it as an inconvenience. Think of it as an exception. You're doing this for you. You're doing this to be healthy. You're doing this to change. And thinking of it as a burden or an inconvenience or extra work or anything like that is going to bring negativity towards your new lifestyle. You have to think of it as something positive that you're doing for yourself, taking time for yourself. I mean, I make my salad while I'm cooking for my husband, and my salad's always done way before his dinner is, because cooking takes way longer. My salads take 10 minutes to chop, and his meal could take up to half an hour sometimes to cook. So it's simple. I just make my salad while his stuff is cooking. It's really easy, and he eats some of my salad sometimes, and then as you're doing raw, you can share with your family. You can give them a little bit of your salad along with their cooked thing, and gradually with time they'll see how serious you are and see how you're taking care of yourself, and they might want to join in. They might be like, your salads are so good, can we have a little extra next time, or whatever. When I cook, the second point, when I cook for him, I don't think of it as I'm cooking food. I think of it kind of like ironing or doing the laundry. You're doing an act to get something done, and it doesn't involve food. You're just doing something. So I'm putting the potatoes in the pan, I'm putting the veggie burger in the pan and letting it sit there. And yeah, it smells good, but again, you disconnect yourself from the scent. You're just doing an act for someone else. And if you can disconnect yourself from it, then you can do it. I personally refuse to have any animal products in the fridge for me to prepare for him. He's vegan anyway, so it doesn't matter. But if he wasn't, when I first went, I told him that if he wanted animal products, he would have to buy them, he would have to make them, he would have to clean the dishes from them, because I didn't want to be part of that. But that's just me. I know a lot of families do have one vegan and the rest are meat eaters, and you're just going to have to work with that yourself. Just be loving towards them and show them how healthy you can be as a vegan or a raw vegan. And with time, they may change. You just need to be the example. The point is that you're making it for you, and you're becoming a healthier person and being the example, and saving animals, saving the planet, and being super healthy. So I hope you guys liked this video. I hope that maybe you can apply any of that to your life, whatever. But I just wanted to share, and if you liked it, please click like and subscribe to my channel. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, and 2Grand, all at Raw Food Romance. And I'm gonna go, again, work on my book. So, till the next video, guys. Fruit on.
Is that good, Chai? Must be. Chai, what are you doing? Is it good? Oh my God. Is that good, buddy? He likes the box too. Okay. Let's see what's in here. Can I open this? Oh. It's good stuff, hey Chai? Some spinach and all my Saskatoon berries, frozen. Some beans, and these are called dragon carrots. They're heirloom. Those are not for me, they are for the husband. Here, let's see. Some squashes. I'm gonna make some raw soups with those. And my horseradish. I'm making those really awesome cucumber sushi for you guys. I'm gonna do a video, and I needed some of those. And mushrooms, as usual, and my little cherry tomatoes. Awesome box, isn't it? I'm just gonna keep going at that. Hey Chai, is it good? Hi. Okay.